even with the agonizingly long wait for Wi-Fi, we still have showdown content. Hello and welcome to the PWC Season 8. We have a Dartrix game for you today. That's right, we have 3 sessions this time. 3 leagues, you can say. I'm Gallade, and here with me...
Hi, I'm Scary Monsters Over Heaven.
And today we have Coach YashaIndigo. I cannot read names today. A newcomer from last season, working his way up the ranks. And Guil, a man I wish I can forget. Anyway, we have the Cyclozar, Aegislash, Moth, that ugly piece of shit, the Onion, and Spooner. And on the other side, we have Beware and the Heligo, Kilowattrel, Necrozma, Tapu Fini, and Fortress. What do you think of the matchup here?
The first thing I was thinking about when I was trying to consider this matchup was if I was from Guil's perspective, looking at, because Necrozma is such an issue for almost any team. Like it's so hard to mitigate that thing's strengths, and I was trying to think from Guil's perspective, what are the best ways to do it? I was looking at the Aegislash, but I wasn't sure what set I would have settled on for that. In terms of lead matchup,
I could easily see Suicide lead in the Heligo or Fortress in this matchup. Maybe Kilowattrel to maintain momentum.
Yeah, I think Kilowattrel makes sense. I also think Cyclozar probably is pretty free on Guil's end.
Probably, and I forget, is Shed-Tail legal on Cyclozar? I don't think so.
Shed-Tail is not legal.
Alright, good. Speaking of his lead, yeah, I don't see anything besides Cyclozar other than maybe a bulky Celebi set, but even then it's risky because of how likely Kilowattrel is.
Yeah, I think I definitely like Cyclozar as the lead.
And
he does go for the Celebi.
Nope, this is definitely a bulky Celebi. I'd say max HP. It has to be. As for the Heligo, I am fully expecting a Sash Kamikaze lead set.
Yeah, I'm curious about the Heligo.
And nope, he just goes for the kill. Oh, the Kibia, though. Going right for the throw, turn 1. Well, now Gale's in a terrible position.
Yeah, the Kibia is really interesting there because, like, the Sludge Bomb wasn't going to one-hit KO, and it's still in a position where, like, the number of hits it takes for Sludge Bomb to kill Celebi hasn't changed from the berry. Which means, and I'm assuming Gale know that he would have run the calcs beforehand, so presumably he felt he needed to save the HP on Celebi for something else.
Not to mention, like, the Heligo cannot hurt Aegislash. Like, I don't think it gets any coverage at all to hit the thing, so he had no reason to stay in here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Aegislash. Yeah, no, not really.
I'm trying to think, does it get Mystical Fire? Does it get... It's not as Terra Captain, it's Terra Captain's Beware, so...
It does get Hex, I guess, is something.
Would it run Hex, though? Looking at the matchup, let me see.
It could be, like, Toxic Spikes Fortress. Does Fortress get Toxic Spikes?
It does.
I guess you don't... Is that bad going into Moth, though? And also, I guess Hex... I mean, the Toxic Spikes aren't relevant for Hex damage against Aegislash. And against anything else, you're probably not clicking Hex, even if it is poisoned. So... if it was Hex, it would only be for Aegislash.
Looking at the matchup here, I don't see much you would really want to outstall that couldn't already get rid of the hazards as is, because, like, Alakazam's immune to Toxic, essentially. Mudsdale is the only thing I can really think of, and let's not even talk about Limit. Yeah, I just don't see a reason to bring Spikes this match. T-Spikes this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think T-Spikes would be bad.
I'm trying to think. Does... can you go into Team Builder real quick and see if Aegislash... or if the Heligo gets a way to hit Aegislash beyond Hex?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It gets like physical options, but nothing.
Oh, it gets foul play.
Yeah, it gets foul play. I guess
There it
foul play
is.
is reasonable, even if it's like not even if it's like a special Aegis Slash blades attack like base attack is
Like,
just so high.
it's still base 140. Even if you're timid 0 IV, that's still 140 attack.
Yeah, 33 to shield.
Now the question is, because let me think. Yeah, Yasha's in a weird position here because is the Edge Slash physical or special? Because depending on the answer here, that completely changes the switch-in.
Yeah, it does.
Because
I
if
feel
it's
like special looks better. I think what does Aegis Slash have? Because I'm looking at Fortress.
let's be where
Okay, so that's
he's
predicting it to be physical, I guess. Because
definitely,
Beware's not a great switch in against special.
and the double switch from Guile, likely predicting a switch himself.
Yeah.
Although he guessed wrong, I'm
Yeah, I
90%
guess
sure of it.
he was probably expecting a switch into Fortress, and then Cyclozar gets like Flamethrower or something, right?
It gets basically everything. Like for a Gen 9 mod, its coverage is insane.
It gets Overheat. Yeah.
It's
So I think he was probably anticipating a switch into Fortress there. Although, like, the Cyclozar switch is relatively free because Cyclozar, even without Shedtail, it's like a pretty good pivot.
it's decent. Like there's a reason it didn't fall off after Shedtail was banned in OU. Well, it fell out of OU, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As for the switch in here, I could fully expect a triple switch into Enamorous because you do not want to stay in here. Maybe a U-turn, but I'm counting that as a triple switch. Well, not really. It wasn't prediction based. Point is, he cannot stay in here.
Yeah, I think I also like an Amorous more than because I think Aegislash or Celebi, which are like the other switch-ins you have to a fighting move, are have a worse matchup overall. Although he is going Celebi.
So, but yeah, because like again with Aegislash, there's not it doesn't really have a way to heal, and it's something you really want to preserve its health for any late
Yeah.
game sweeps going on. Now the question is, does Guile go for the kill, knowing full well he might be a Soulfest? Because if he's a Soulfest, Beware will kill Celebi.
I think the Beware will live even if it's not Assault Vest.
Really?
He has so much HP. I'm gonna check, but I think so.
But yeah, if I'm Yasha, even if it does 99%, that is a trade I will gladly take Beware for Celebi. I will gladly take that trade.
I wonder, because the Celebi is vulnerable to the Kilowattrel and the Nihilego at this point, and it's not great against the Necrozma either.
Well, that's assuming it's... Well, we don't know it's set. We could probably calc it from the Sludge Bomb damage, but I'm not willing to calc and ruin this footage. And he goes into Fortress. Interesting. He was not wanting to rest that Psychic.
I'm assuming the Fortress is either spinning or setting up its own hazards here.
No doubt about it. Well, what do you want to spin in the face of an obvious Aegislash switch?
Yeah, you're right. So probably just setting up its own hazards.
Probably. We'll see. Because the temptation is pretty strong to spin, even in the face of Aegislash.
It could just be Volt Switching.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Does Beware get any setup moves that, besides Sword Stance and Bulk Up? Because why would he want to save it when he could easily get the kill here?
Let's see, what does Beware have?
Enamorous. He goes into Enamorous here. Oh yeah, I guess Mystical Fire. Oh, the Toxic Mess! First hacks of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
You hate to see it.
that's unfortunate.
think, was he predicting a switch, or did he not come packing Mystical Fire? Feeny, I want to say that's Spadef.
I can try and find out.
So I'm trying to remember. Enamor is a special attack. I don't remember
Very
what
high.
its special attack is. I want to say it's 145.
It's 135 according to this.
And Feeny is 105, I think. For defense. And the Ice Beam, interesting.
Oh, Sludge Bomb.
And Amorous gets the first kill of the game. Alright. First blood.
That makes the Celebi even less valuable, I think.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would not be surprised if he sacked Selby here, not wanting to risk any more Aegis slash HP. I would not be surprised here. No, he stays in. He probably calculated beforehand. But regardless, Enamor is putting in the finest. Nothing but the finest.
Do we know Enamor's item? No.
I want to say it's the Sylvex based on how he played that out.
If it's not boots, then it is dead to these rocks.
Yeah, but at that point, like, Enamor has done his job. Doesn't now spin in anything, barring Fortress. And it's already gotten 2 kills.
Yeah.
Maybe he's specifically crept Beware, but would he? Would Guile do it?
Okay, in comes the Necrozma.
Autotomize! Oh, he's moving.
That's a lot of damage.
Calm Mind? Oh, I think I know what's about to
Calm Mind.
happen. He lives on 3.
Is it Sword Power?
I think he's gonna Moonlight here first off.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
If I had to guess, I think that's Weakness Policy. Because we didn't see leftovers.
Oh, here's a sneak incoming. So, I guess hard beware on the sneak, although Necrozma dies to rocks.
Probably want to save it as Death Fodder.
He's got to try and spin these rocks away to not just have his Necrozma dead.
Yeah, he King Shields here. Just want to go for the Earthquake. No surprise there. Neutral turn. That does beg the question. What's the Aegis Slash set? Is it Colbur? And yep, Selby stays in, something we should have had turn 4, but whatever. Better late than never.
The Beware, yeah, he did have to sack there, because the Beware at that point was actually really hard to switch into, right? Like,
Also, really quick, good read from Yasha.
I think I like Moth here.
I was gonna say Alakazam, because I think it kills here, if he's Life Orb.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, because Beware is sort of pseudo-weak to fire with Fluffy, I was wondering if Moth killed, because Moth has a good matchup versus Fortress, Necrozma.
If it's Scarfed, I think Moth just wins.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Terra Water! I forgot that was his Terra Captain. Oh, the counter! They are both playing for Heat today.
Oh, it was definitely Sash. It's definitely...
You gotta respect it. I gotta respect that.
It was definitely Sash trying to call it like a knockoff or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And with that, Beware kills Alakazam. Although now Moth really wins. Does he go for it? Or does he want to Rapid Spin first?
I wonder if his last move is knockoff and he intentionally didn't go for it because of the counter.
That I wanted to predict.
Yeah, or his last move is just like a normal move.
Well, we'll find out. Actually, does Beware even get the knockoff?
It doesn't get knockoff. It does get some kind of dark move. It gets Darkest Lariat.
Lariat. When did Run Lariat? Yeah, it has to. Because Body Press Aegis Slasher is a threat.
Well, if it was running Lariat, would it run Ice Punch? I guess the Ice Punch hits.
Nope, Cyclozar. He wants to get rid of Rocks first for Moth, which is very respectable.
Yeah.
Very fair. Okay, I'm gonna sound stupid. Does Rapid Spin kill here?
I think probably not.
Nope, it kills. And the Grass Cyclozar, interesting.
That is interesting.
This thing definitely has Power Whip. This thing definitely has Power Whip.
I mean, if its last moves are like... Because I was thinking it had Overheat because of the interaction earlier.
It could still have it. It's only shown 2 moves.
Yeah, but then it's what? U-turn, Rapid Spin, Overheat, Power Whip? That's a wild set.
Yeah, that's the problem with Cyclozar. Like, its stuff is from 4 move slot syndrome pretty hard. It's... At this point, we may as well call it Nidoking syndrome. Ice Spinner! Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Well, at this point now, like, Scarf... In fact, it doesn't even need to be Scarf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just throw in the Moth, boom. Yeah, it's game. Guile won. I'd say late game they played their best, but early game I have some questions.
I'll say, at a point about sort of halfway through this game, I was feeling like things were, like, pretty notably Guile favored. And he did end up winning, but it ended up being closer than I was thinking at the time.
Definitely. Although I got a question, like, the turn 1 stay in. What else do I have to question? Not going for the kill on Celebi when you had the chance. I don't know, I've already forgotten everything that happened. Looking at the usage of Terra here.
Yeah, Terra Grass Cyclozar is interesting.
I'm trying to think, what is Terra Grass Cyclozar counter?
Maybe Defini, or hang on. Well, I'm gonna see what did YashaIndigo not bring.
Yeah, I think it has to be to get a specific range to kill Feeny, or just beat it.
I guess there's like he has a Whimsicott he could have brought. Maybe like he's worried about Sleep Powder or something. But
that's probably it.
I think it's. I mean, if it's for Feeny, then his last move would pretty much have to be Terra Blast, right? Because there's no point in being Terra Grass for Feeny and not having a way to hit it.
And I think Terra
Blast or Power Whip.
Yeah, and I think Terra Water Beware speaks for itself. Between Moth and the eventual Crawdont.
Yeah, I think the Terra Water Beware is really good.
Yeah, it just speaks for itself.
Good in general. Like, it was good in this matchup specifically, but it's also just a good Terra type for Beware, because Water's like a commonly good Terra type, and especially for this like fluffy Pokemon.
And with that, Guile takes the first game of the season. And with that, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.